operation and cleaning instructions for the 2023 bottle ice cream machine. So when you get it to your location, you're gonna go ahead and plug it in to a 110 outlet with a 20 amp breaker, and just to make sure that nothing else is running on that same breaker or the machine will not be able to turn on. And the most important thing is you do not want to turn the machine on until the ice cream mix is inside of it. But after you plug it in, you're gonna make your ice cream mix. So you're gonna fill 2 gallons of water in this bucket, which would be up to this red line right here. And you're gonna cut the bag open and dump the whole thing in. Mix it up real good. Let it set about 5 minutes, it suggests, to let the powder dissolve, and then mix it up real good just one more time before you put it in the machine. And then to get the mix in the machine, you're gonna take the lid off, and then you're gonna pull out this feed tube here, and you can just set that to the side. Then you're gonna pour the mix in. There's kind of like a shadow line here where it's normally filled up to, and there's gonna be a little bit left in the bucket that won't fit in here. That's okay, you just need to put that in the fridge. And then you're gonna wait until the air bubbles stop coming up, because the air bubbles are coming out because it's trying to go down in the little hole into the freezing cylinder. So once the bubbles stop, you'll have to feel around since you won't be able to see, and you'll have to get this feed tube back in this hole. So once that's in there, then you can go ahead and put the lid back on. And then the on-off switch is kind of hidden up here. It is labeled down here though, but you would flip that to the right to be on. And then there are 2 buttons on the keypad here that you have to push. So you're gonna push the far left one, which is the hopper cooler, and then also the far right, which is a snowflake, and that is the auto ice cream setting. After you push those buttons, the machine will turn on. It will kick on the compressor, which sounds like an air conditioner turning on. And then the last step would be taking a container of some sort, doesn't have to be a big one, but just putting it under the spout here and drawing some liquid out. It's not gonna be ice cream yet, but you just draw out some liquid. That primes the machine. And then you gotta give it about 10 to 15 minutes before your first batch of ice cream will be ready. Once it is ready, you can go ahead and serve. And then as you serve, once the freezing cylinder starts to get low, you will notice that the ice cream might get kind of runny. If that happens, you need to just stop and give it at least another 10 minutes to freeze more. And then you want to make sure you have somebody monitoring the mix level. These will illuminate orange if either one is an issue. The one on the left means low mix, and the one on the right means it is out of mix. So you do not want to let it get to the out of mix light, otherwise you could freeze up the machine and it will bend the auger that is inside, which is not good. So have somebody monitor the mix level. If this light comes on saying that it's low, then you need to add more mix if you're not done with it. If you are getting to the end of your event and you don't want to waste more mix, you can just shut it off by flipping the switch back to the off setting. It does need to be turned off for 30 minutes to an hour when you're done with it to defrost before you try to clean it. When you have it defrosted and are ready to clean it, you would just turn the switch back on, and then you have to take the feed tube out again. And then you just push one button. It's this faucet button here, be the 3rd button from the left. So you push that button. That is the wash cycle. That allows you to drain the freezing cylinder and the hopper of ice cream. So when the hopper is empty, then that means you can get rid of the mix and you're gonna put clean water in this hopper up here. And then you're gonna let it go down inside that hole again, so there will be air bubbles. When the bubbles stop, you can go ahead and put the bucket under the spout and just hold that down till all the water comes out. You're gonna have to do that at least 2 times, but I recommend 3 times. You want the water to come out clear from the spout here. And then you would just wipe the hopper out with paper towels. The feed tube can be rinsed in the sink. And there is also a removable drip tray that can be rinsed in the sink. And then we will take it apart and sanitize it once you bring it back. We do also send written instructions, so if you need to refer back to those will be in your bucket when you pick it up. I think that is about everything. So hopefully that will be good, and you'll have a great day.